Thank you for listening to our Cruddy Podcast. My name is Jim. I'll be your DM tonight.
My name is Lewis. I play Ritz, the Goblin Cleric.
Hi, my name is Heather. I play Lyra the Half-Elf Rogue.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I play Bramblespore the Gnome Druid.
Hey guys, it's Lyra. In case you forgot what happened last time on our Cruddy Podcast, kind of like I forgot to read a contract from a certain bartender, here's a recap.
Are there any other boots there?
Yeah, duties.
Give me your back.
I trade her. I take those and I put mine back.
Watch where you're walking.
My bad. Sorry, sir. I kind of wave it off and I keep going. My hood is up.
What hood?
Oh, damn.
But yeah, if you want to go take care of those goblins, we can set you up with passage on a boat. Are you Ritz Silver?
Yes.
Oh my god, Jim Snack's never going to believe this. Oh my god, I can't believe you're here.
I take out a blank piece of parchment, write my name on it, and give it to him.
Oh, that's amazing. And he eats it. The rest of you, if Ritz isn't looking yet and he's tending to this person, the rest of you see what looks to be a slightly taller female goblin. So, Ritz, you finally come back?
I have.
And she walks right up to you and smiles, and then she slaps you across the face.
What'd you do to deserve that, Ritz?
You made me wait for an entire year. I told you I would wait for you.
I guess I would just look at it and say, yes, I told you I'd be back.
I have something I'd like to share with you. And she grabs your hand and pulls you towards the tent.
My cheeks turn a little red as I go in there.
That's my cue to leave. Is there anywhere I can get a kind of ale or something?
Beautiful. Thanks, Craig.
Why is he called Craig?
That's just the name of the bot. He does all the recording. I don't know what to tell you. So we pick up Ritz. You had just been pulled into this tent by Captain Slog after she had slapped you. And she pulls you into the tent and pushes you back up against a wooden pillar that's holding the tent up. And she says in a very hushed tone, "Are you here to help us?"
Yes.
Perfect. We couldn't wait anymore. We're out of food. The food they have out there, that's it. If we don't get food tonight when we raid their town, that's it. We're gonna have to start eating some of the goblins out there in the camp. Will you join us on our raid tonight?
We won't have to go raid. I can go get some food.
How can you get food? They won't even let us in the town.
I was in the town. They've asked me to come down here because they feel you guys have been attacking them.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't have attacked them when we got in on our ship if they didn't commandeer the ship and then kick us out of the town. I kind of feel like they have it coming to them. Are you sure you can get us food?
Out of character. Is that the first time hearing that they were there first?
What do you mean?
Did she mention that they were in the town first and got kicked out?
I think she's not mentioned it up to this point, no.
He didn't say they were in the town first, though. I thought it was that the goblins came in on a ship.
Well, I think he means like that they had been in the town at some point
okay,
before getting
sorry.
kicked out. They didn't just raid the town and come across the town and raid it.
I gotcha. I'm misunderstanding. Sorry.
Am I right? If I'm wrong, Lewis, correct me.
Oh, no, I thought you were saying that they came in on a ship, like founded the town, and then the people came and kicked them out.
No. The people had the town. Seabreeze has existed for a while. These goblins realized that they couldn't get into town. They did mention before that they couldn't get into, get accepted into any of the towns. So they decided to try and make a name for themselves by being pirate hunters, which is why they had their own ship and they'd live out on the seas. But every time they took out pirates and would show up and try and get bounties and rewards, they were chased out without anybody actually talking to them. And this time when they tried to dock here at Seabreeze, they all got off the boat and were kicked out the front of the town, and the town took over their boat. So they were, a little stranded.
Okay, so I would say, well, allow me and my friends to go back into town and smooth everything out.
All right. I will give you 2 hours after nightfall. If I don't hear from you by then, we will charge down the hillside.
How dark is it now?
It's like 2 in the afternoon. You've got like 3 or 4 hours and you can get back within another 30, 40 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to want to go grab my friends and start working on this now.
And then she says, okay, but wait. And she grabs your shirt by the collar and then ruffles your hair and unbuttons one of your buttons. and says, "I need to keep up impressions." And she shoves you out the front of the.
Oh,
The
wait.
tent.
Before she shows me out, how long has it been?
Probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
I don't go out yet. I say, wait a second. We have to make it realistic. Let's talk for about a half hour.
This is
Yeah.
realistic. Nobody lasts this long with me. And she tries to shove you out again. Are you trying to resist her?
Yes. I said, I am a different breed.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to need you to make a strength check for me.
Straight strength or save, athletics, acrobatics. I feel like giving the scenario acrobatics would be coming into play.
Hang on a sec.
Sorry, I had to clean off a spot for my dice. And my giant dice. But I will allow you to do athletics if you'd like to do that instead.
Quick prayer to my god, athletics with guidance. I don't think it's going to help though.
What'd you roll?
I have a 10 altogether.
So she pushes you. It takes a little bit of effort. She doesn't just shove you, but she pushes you and you kind of slide in the dirt and you stumble out the back of the tent. And she sticks her head out and just yells, "We'll work on that," and then jumps back into the tent. And all of the talking outside the tent stops and is staring at Ritz, who's got his back to all of you outside drinking.
I would just look for my friends and just start walking.
Oh, Ritz, it's Shrimplap. You lasted like 4 times longer than anybody else has.
I went easy on her tonight.
She didn't even kill you like the last one. That's amazing.
I was going to say the same thing.
And he punches you in the shoulder.
I punch her back.
Roll strength.
That is a 10 again.
You knock this little goblin off of his feet and he falls into the mud.
As you see, I let her off easy.
Come on. We're going to go drink. We've got your friends over there. The one with the mushrooms, we've almost convinced him to do stupid stuff.
Yeah, let's go make him do stupid stuff.
Yeah, we're going to get him to take the ferret and make it a dinner, but he doesn't know it yet.
It's a little too stupid.
All right, so you guys see one of the little goblins come walking up with Ritz in tow.
Have fun, Ritz.
I had to give her like we got work to do kind of look and like, yeah, loads of fun. Let's go get Bramblespore. I got to tell you guys something.
Okay, let's go.
Where do you guys go?
Just somewhere off to the side, not to make it like super obvious. Grab food, grab drink. Just kind of stood off to
okay.
the side from the group.
Okay, you guys wander off and nobody really bothers you since you are the Ritzettes.
All right, so once it's like a decent spot, I'd be like, yeah, so we have like 2 hours after sunset to get these guys some food before they go down to the village and raid it. And then I would
What?
explain
Oh.
that they tried to be pirate hunters, showed up to the village a couple different times. Last time they did, they got their ship taken away and booted out the village. So we got some talking to do, hopefully, to make it peaceful.
All right, sounds like we got our work cut out for us.
Do they eat mushrooms?
I don't think you have enough mushrooms to keep them happy for a while.
Fine. Alright, let's see what we can do.
On the way to the village, can we like keep an eye out for big game? Owlbear or something?
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I was like, what type of game? Shoots and ladders. Sorry, but big
Monopoly.
animals. Got it. Yeah. You can. So you guys are starting to head back there? Head back to Seabreeze?
Yep.
All right. You guys start leaving and everybody kind of waves at you. And it seems word has gotten around that you're going to try and go get food. They already know it and they're fine with it. You guys get over the top of the hill and start heading back down. You can see Seabreeze a little bit in the distance. And you hear yelling from a hill over to your left.
Like happy, peaceful yelling?
No, just like one person going, hey, no.
I keep walking. Paparazzi.
Could be food.
Ritz, don't you think we should see what that's about?
I look over and pray it's not another side quest.
You
it
see a wagon that is got like books and stuff falling off the back of it as it careens down the hill as a man in robes is chasing after it, trying to catch the things that are coming off and catch up to it. And he's cursing and yelling at the cart. And if you keep watching it reaches the bottom of the hill and smashes into a rock and breaks one of the wheels and kind of goes flying and flips over. And it's almost right in the path. You wouldn't be going out of your way if you wanted to stop and talk to the guy. But he's now in front of you trying to pick up what is left of his wagon.
I stop and talk to him. Hey, can we help you, bud?
Huh? Hi.
Hello?
Oh, are you... What's it going to cost? You're not highwaymen, are you? You're not bandits?
I'm a woman, first of all.
I point to the ferret. That's Bandit.
I'm confused.
Obviously. Want a
No,
mushroom?
that's not my name. That's not my name.
I shake his
it-
hand. Hello, confused. I am Ritz.
Hi, Ritz. And he puts his hand out to Bramblespore and is like, what type of mushroom?
What kind do you like?
Would you happen to have any chicken of the forest?
Why
I
does
do,
every NPC like mushrooms?
because there's so many different kinds.
Especially in like poor worlds, mushrooms are easy to forage. They're fungus, so they grow, and they can be cooked for nutrients. So, I mean, they're cheap.
And chicken of the wood is pretty close to meat anyway.
I'm pretty sure it's only because Jim likes mushrooms.
Anyway, do you have any chicken of the wood?
I do.
Ah, beautiful. I
Yeah,
don't
how's
tend to venture into forests very often on my studies, so I would love to try some. And
That
he
was not
takes
a
it.
no. I'd like to point out
A no to what?
that you are being biased because you like mushrooms.
So anyway, he takes the mushroom and eats it. I mean, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get in your way. I'm just traveling, and I was trying to head to Seabreeze, and my cart, I kind of lost control of it when I saw a beautiful bird in the air. It's gone now. I don't know where it went. But trust me, it was beautiful. It was totally worth it. Well, not so much worth it, but it was worth it in the moment before the cart broke. Then it was less worth it.
What are you transporting by chance?
My books, my studies, some goods I try and sell just to be able to travel. I'm so sorry. It is very rude of me. I should have introduced myself. And he sticks his hand out
I just look at his hand.
and he shakes it with his other hand. And it's like, all right, okay, good to meet you. My name is Michael. Hold on, let me pull up my info about him. My name is Michael. I'm a traveling scholar. I kind of go between towns and I sell things that I can find on the road and study and gather information. I've been studying. Well, you probably don't care what I've been studying, if I'm being honest. Nobody believes me anyway, so I study history.
Well, now I'm curious. What do you study?
You have piqued our interest.
History. I just
No,
said
like
that.
what is it that we wouldn't believe about history that you study?
Well, I believe, and through my studies, that the world had a previous civilization before this civilization. Worshipped completely different gods, and for some reason, almost all of that civilization's history has been completely destroyed and removed. And it seems almost intentional, not like just lost to time like other civilizations might be, but that it's been intentionally hidden. My adopted father was studying this before he passed, and I'm trying to gather more information to prove my thesis. I found plenty of old tomes that seemed like they shouldn't be where they were. I've learned what I think is the history of Orinthia, but, I need evidence, and that is hard to do.
Well, I don't not believe you.
And he gets a giant smile on his face. He's like, I'll take it. That's good enough for me.
I mean,
What are
you've
you
got-
all doing?
You've got my interest with this. What goods would you be selling by chance?
I mean, just standard goods. I've got a couple of loaves of bread, some furs that I've been able to acquire, a couple of packets of meat, and what have you. Some books that I no longer need. I try and sell, and trinkets that I find along the road. And he kind of gestures to the flipped over cart, and you see odds and ends, some watches, a nice silver platter here and there, just random odds and ends you might find in a very low end pawn shop, so to speak.
I offer to buy any and all food items.
Are you that hungry?
I have some companions up ahead that are desperate for food.
Oh, well, how about this? If you help me fix my cart, or at least flip it back over, and give me a place to sleep tonight, since I don't think I'm going to make it to Seabreeze with the cart the way it is. Yeah, absolutely. If you help me move my stuff to someplace safe, I'll give you all the food I have.
Absolutely. I know the best place for you to head right now, and you will be safe. And I put my hand out. Do we have a deal?
Absolutely, yes, thank you. And he shakes her hand.
Shake his hand. I'm glad you have no problem with goblins.
Oh, what about goblins?
I put my hood back and said you have no problem with goblins.
Are you a goblin? I've never
Ye-
actually seen a goblin. And he starts like getting real close and looking at you. and he reaches out to touch your face,
I sniff him.
and he sniffs you back, and he pulls out a little notebook and a pencil and starts writing furiously. Fascinating.
Would you like to meet more goblins?
Would I?
So wait, how much food does he actually have? Like, does he have enough to feed a camp full of goblins?
How much do goblins eat?
Oh,
I was asking the goblin.
oh, sorry.
Why would you know?
That's what I'm saying.
I think we're like little trash compactors, honestly.
So lots of food?
Lots of food for small bellies.
How many goblins do you need to feed?
How many goblins could I guesstimate?
A lot.
You would probably think you've probably got like 70 or 80.
Holy crap.
70 or 80, so we're gonna need a lot of food. Do you have any traps for hunting?
No, I don't like to kill animals. I will make use of their carcasses if I find them, but I don't like to harm wild animals, so I don't hunt.
Fair enough. Wuss, I think to myself.
I do know the proprietor of the Seaward Sword, and I know that they've always got some extra food for me when I show up. They could probably be convinced to provide some extra food for your friends.
Well, that's debatable.
Oh, that's a second side quest. Or no, still part of the main quest.
Yeah, that's still in what, Seabreeze? Is that where we're going?
Yeah, that's the bar in Seabreeze.
Yeah.
He's a very lovely person. I can almost guarantee that if we ask nicely, especially if I'm with you, he owes me a few favors.
Perfect. Let's take care of your cart. We can
Beautiful.
get it somewhere safe, and then we can go talk to the guy at Seabreeze.
Awesome. Thanks.
Can I insight this guy?
Yes, absolutely.
24. Is he like really some kind of psychopath who wants to kill all the goblins?
Man, I have done some work on you guys.
Just a little bit.
Yep.
Jesus, I need to undo that for a while. No, he does not seem like a psychopath that wants to kill all the goblins. He seems fairly genuine. He does seem, when he was talking about the history of Arinthia, it does sound like he was restraining himself from talking more about it. Like he wanted to go deep into it, but didn't think that any of you would care too much or want to hear it, so he bit back his tongue. But everything else seemed sincere.
Okay, let's get to work. Bramblespore.
Alright, we gotta flip the cart.
Yeah, can you change it to something big?
I'm trying to think what I can change into that would be good for this.
Form of T-Rex.
No, that's little arms. That won't help.
Has a big head and little arms.
Yeah.
And a tail. Big tail. Ooh, gorilla.
Ape is an option.
That would
Is that
absolutely
actually
help.
any stronger than my current? Barely. Alright.
What if you turn into a...
Huh?
I was gonna say if all of us push the cart, but then I realized that I'm like twice as tall as both of you, so I'd be on my own for the last half of that.
I was going to say maybe turn into like a bull or ox and tie a rope to you and you pull on the cart from one side as we push the opposite side.
I mean, I can transform into a warhorse.
Why don't, if I have rope, like, can I make like a pulley system to turn the cart over?
I would
With the
allow it.
trees that are around.
And Jim, being an amazing DM, I think he would probably allow it too.
And I would have allowed the warhorse. I thought we had an answer there, but yeah, if you want to make a pulley system, go for it. Roll me. What do I need you to roll me for that? I need to open D&D Beyond. I spent the last half hour trying to fix my computer.
Thing. Survival?
Hold on. I need you, Heather. Lyra.
Aww.
Aw.
What?
He just said I need you, Heather.
Oh my.
Aww.
All right, I'm gonna need you to roll me survival with disadvantage for that one.
Disadvantage?
Oh yeah, you awed me.
What the crap?
Wow. Well, I give her guidance anyways.
Rude.
I'm kidding, not disadvantage.
Do I still get guidance though?
Yes.
11.
Okay, so you make a not like the most sturdy pulley system, but it's vaguely complex, and you're able to get it to work. It takes a little more effort than you thought it would, and you're struggling just a tiny bit. Where if you got a little help, you might be able to flip the cart.
I could help with that.
Beautiful. Roll me strength.
Just regular strength check.
Yep, just a regular strength check.
21.
That's perfect. You take a rope and you pull, and between you and Lyra, that cart flips back over, Still got a busted wheel, and none of the stuff that was in it is in it anymore, but it is upright now.
I mean, we could always help him with getting the stuff back in the cart.
All right, so you guys all just pick shit up and put it all in. You pick up the random odds and ends, the food, some of the books. You just pick them up and hand them to them or load it in. No issues, no questions, no complaints.
Do any of
What?
the books seem like, or does anything that we're putting in seem interesting?
Some of the books seem to be like almost journals, with scribbles on the binding and bound in leather. You find a couple of different pieces of religious text, and you have something vaguely labeled blighted zones with a question mark.
Hey, Michael, are you studying the blighted zones? You said that, didn't you? Sorry.
Yeah, well, kind of. It's, again, a long story. I'm sure none of you really care to dive all very deep into this, but I have a theory. Go ahead.
I think you have found the right your target audience for this.
Are you scholars as well?
No, but we have a vested interest.
Okay, what are you?
The Ritzettes, apparently.
Or like a traveling comedy group, or
We're
We're
an
just a-
adventuring
that way.
party.
Yeah.
you're an adventuring party? Oh my god.
Yes, and I actually used to frequent the edge of the blighted zone.
Really?
And I have also been trying to study the blighted zones.
Really? Intriguing. You all might be perfect.
Or
I am actually.
Would you... I don't want to be
I
forward.
stand over next to Ritz and go, and I am next to perfect.
Nah.
oh boy.
Would you... I realize this is very forward. I've just met you and I've asked a lot of you already. But would you mind allowing me to travel with you?
Sure.
Why don't we get through today and talk later when after we get some food for the goblin group?
Oh no, of course, absolutely. I just... If you guys are interested in the same types of things I am, you might be able to survive in situations where I wouldn't dare put myself, just for fear of not being able to, fight. So if I'm traveling with you, I might be able to go see things I otherwise wouldn't be able to see. Get data that I wouldn't be able to get. That's all. But yes, let's focus on the food for your friends first.
Speaking of food, I have to go get dinner real quick.
Okay.
I'm back in a minute.
That works.
I'm gonna go grab a snack and
I'm gonna go grab a snack too.
Well, fine. Wow.
What?
You're ridiculous.
You're my snack.
Uh-huh.
You're a snack, Heather.
Bottle.
I have returned.
I don't think anyone else has yet.
So I win and I get their snacks.
Well, Jim came over and said I was his snack, so unfortunately you don't get me.
I did the same thing to Kathy.
This Baja Blast.
You've all just had this conversation with him, and he puts his hand out and asks for the books so you can put them in the cart, and you can be on your way.
I kind of open them to give them thumb through them to see if there's anything inside as I pick them up.
They almost seem like gibberish and chicken scratch with how bad his handwriting is. You can't make out a whole lot. Although you do recognize, and you flip a few pages in, there is a weird logo you recognize that has lots of lines connected to it, and then a bunch of question marks around it.
What's the symbol?
It's an A and a C.
Oh boy. Of course it is.
Of course it is. Can we kill him now or later?
Now,
What?
No, he doesn't.
What's happening?
What?
Did you find
Because he's
something interesting
researching
in my
doesn't mean
book?
that. What is this? What does this AC mean to you?
Nobody remembers.
Like the arcane circle?
And his eyes go wide and a giant smile creeps across his face and he goes, "You remember the arcane circle?"
How do you remember the arcane circle?
I don't know. All I know is nobody else remembers the arcane circle. They were a pillar of this world. What? Not even 9.5 months ago? And then all of a sudden everybody forgot they existed. And I mean, I almost forgot, except for the fact that I had my notes. And yeah, obviously you're looking at them. And I was looking into them and the knowledge they had and what connection they had to any of my theories. And I remembered, and every time I say it to anybody else, they laugh like I'm making something up, or they pass out.
Sounds about right.
I rub my temples.
you have temples now?
Yep.
I knew you had a statue, but wow, that's impressive.
Wait, he has
My-
a statue?
My followers work fast.
Wait, followers? Are you Are you a god or a cult leader? What?
I am ascending to be the goblin god, actually, in mid-ascension.
Uh-huh.
He's got delusions of grandeur. Just go with it.
Okay. And he nods and he goes, all right, well, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
So, tell me more of what you know about the Arcane Circle.
Oh, are we discussing this now? I thought we were going to have the conversation later after we figured out the food thing.
Well, might as well walk and talk.
Oh, okay. So you guys start walking, and he's like, as far as I know, or as far as I remember and that my notes say, is that they were a school and like a group dedicated to knowledge. That they had a pocket dimension outside of our known space and time, and they used that pocket dimension for their studies. They were well known, according to everything that I have written down and notes from my adopted father. And I kind of think that my whole, like, they obviously would have known about any of the stuff that I had posited on, and I wanted to get in touch with someone from the Arcane Circle to access their library, but all of a sudden they just dropped off the face of the earth or the planet, and I don't know. I don't know. It's been, you're the first people that I've spoken to that even remember it. I even gave up mentioning it a couple months back just because it wasn't getting me anywhere.
Just out of curiosity, what was your father's name? Your adopted father's name?
My adopted father?
Yeah, Eddie. Yeah.
Yeah, his name was. You may have heard of him if you know of great scholars. His name was Arthas Thornvale. He, like me, was a traveling historian, and he used to like to collect forgotten tales and lore that was lost to time and uncover it. Wasn't really anybody special. He wasn't noble, and he was just real smart. And when my father went missing, he took me under his wing, and I went traveling with him for years until he passed. And so I took his name.
What was your name before that?
Huh?
If you took his name, what was your name before that?
Oh, yes, my name was Michael Alaric.
Wait, don't we know an Alaric?
As far as I know, I'm the only one left.
Then reroll like a history on that.
Go for it.
That's a dirty 20.
You remember that there was a scholar that was significantly older than this man, but almost kind of looked like an older version of him with a beard that met you in, what the fuck was the name of the town? Millfield. Met you in Millfield and got you out of Millfield in a little door to a library that introduced you to the Arcane Circle.
I'm going to give the two a knowing glance, like, I remember that name.
And Michael's going to be like, as far as I'm aware, my father was a scholar too, along with Arthas, but my father went out one day and never came home. And Arthas looked for him, and when he decided that he wasn't ever going to find him, he adopted me and gave me a place. And since he's been my father my whole life, I don't go by Alaric. I go by Thornvale.
Wait, wasn't he the guy that racked up that, like, ridiculously high bar tab that we had to cover?
Arthas? My Arthas Thornvale never racked up a large bill. He was not a man of means.
No,
I'm going to give Bramblespore like a look like, we can bring this up later.
To be discussed later.
Okay. But yeah, it's, I've always thought that answers that I was looking for might be with the Arcane Circle. And then when everybody forgot about it, I was even more sure that they had something to do with something. This is a tale for another time, but I found a few things that are disconcerting about our world and the blighted zones, and he's going to look around and look at you guys and say, "Are any of you super religious?"
Yes.
To which
Kind of say that.
Who's the god that you worship?
Goddess, thank you, and the Mycelium Queen.
Right. Yes, of course. Yep. Yes, that makes sense.
Anyway,
no, I'm good for now. Let's just continue on and get the food. And he kind of walks a little bit quicker.
Inside him.
Go ahead.
17. Is he a little nervous?
He definitely got nervous. He was excitedly about to mention something. And then he stopped, asked about the gods, got the answer, and then got nervous with the answer and decided that he was probably better shutting up once he found out that Bramblespore worshipped the Mycelium Queen.
As he walks ahead a little bit, I would whisper to the group, if he's related to somebody in the Arcane Circle, and he can still remember it, let's kind of keep things a little hush for a little bit. We don't know if he's going to want to jump ship and join them later on.
Agreed. I might try and get more information from him when Bramblespore's not around too, because he seemed to get nervous.
All right, so we'll make plans to give you guys time to chat.
And he's now like several strides ahead of everybody now, just leading the group towards Seabreeze, which seems to be just over the ridge. You'll be there in another minute or two.
I guess I walk to catch up.
Okay. You walk. You catch up to him. And he's just briskly walking now.
I guess we all speed walk, or we hang back a little bit.
Is he leading us to that bar? I don't remember what it was called.
mean, you're not in town yet,
Oh, okay.
but you guys are all heading towards town. He's just like speed walking and has stopped talking.
And the Seaward Sword is the name of the bar.
Yes.
Thank
You doing anything? Or are you just gonna keep walking with him until you get to the bar?
Just keep walking until we get to the bar. But can I keep an eye out for? I don't remember the guy's name, but the like leader of the town or whoever that we talked to on the way.
Yeah,
in?
he. I don't think you got a name from him, if I remember correctly. But
We're
you
not
can.
even sure he was the leader of the town.
Yeah, he was just a guy.
True.
I put my hood up before we get to town.
I will note that you recognize, Lyra, that both Ritz and Bramblespore have stayed back purposely, and they seem to be hanging behind you and Michael.
Okay.
So he's walking. You're about to get into town. Still just walking?
Yeah.
Okay. So he walks into town, and you follow him. Takes a right as you come across the first street, and he heads a little further down, and you can see a 2-story tall tavern that seems to have a big sign in the front that's got waves and a sword. Then he points out, he goes, the Seaward Sword. It's a home away from homes. If we go in there, we should be able to see Flynn. Flynn is a good friend of mine. I've gotten him some key pieces of information that have allowed him to, quote unquote, avoid the authorities when importing certain products to his establishment. So if you, when we go in there, why don't you guys grab a table, and I will go speak to Flynn and bring him over, and then we can discuss the food options for your friends.
To know. Okay. I guess I go find a seat.
The rest of you guys, what do you do?
I follow.
Follow?
I go with them.
Okay. So he disappears up at the bar, steps behind the bar and steps into a back room, it seems, with the bartender, who's a big surly man. And he comes back over and he says, Flynn will be here in a moment. I told him that I've got some friends that have friends that need food, and calling in a little bit of a favor. He says that the food stores are a little short due to goblin raids lately, but that he will spare what he can. I told him that it was a large number. I think between the food I have and the food that he can provide, we should be able to serve most of them. If we get a little creative cooking, we might be able to serve everybody with no problem. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah, that would be amazing.
All right. So he's going to walk over and sit down next to you and wait. And then a few minutes later, this big old guy comes walking over. Hey, is these your friends? And he says, yep. This is, I think I only got one person's name here, Ritz.
And
he
I
points
wait a
over to
little
you,
bit.
Ritz.
I'm
So, what? Oh, go ahead.
No, go for it.
So, Michael over here tells me that you got friends in need of food.
I do. And who's the mayor of the town?
We don't have a mayor.
Who's responsible for big decision making?
We are. We run this town is run by the people that live here. We usually gather up for major decisions in the town hall, and we vote. We have no leader. I guess the closest thing we have to a leader might be me, Big John over there. And he points to a guy who looks familiar. He looks like a guy you bumped into the other day, or earlier in the day. And then every once in a while, when major ship captains from the bigger cities come in, they usually get a big say. But that's about it. We don't have elected officials here. We try to keep things simple.
No, that's a good way to do it.
So-
Who was the one that asked that we told we would go solve the problem again?
That was the guy that she just pointed to, Big John. Or he just pointed to Big John. You had never gotten his name before this.
All right.
But he did tell you when you had done the deed to meet him in this particular bar. So, I guess I'm giving you guys some free food. And he shoots a look over at Michael.
Oh, no, I insist. I'll give you something for the trouble. It's only fair.
Oh, you're buying the food? Oh, that's a totally different story. Yeah, absolutely. I'll totally sell you food.
Should I go get what you call him, Big John? He wanted to meet with us earlier.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
So I go over and talk to Big John, I guess.
Okay. So Lyra, you go over and you see Big John sitting at a table, and he's drinking and he's laughing and joking around. And you walk up behind him.
Excuse me, John? Or Big John? I'm not sure what you go by.
Yeah, all the other ladies know me as Big John.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not a good.
Wait a minute.
You wanted to meet with us when we got back?
You did it. You got rid of the goblins.
No, we need to have a conversation. No, we need to have a conversation, John.
And he stands up, pushes you out of the way, and yells, 3 cheers for the slayers of the goblins.
That's not what I said.
And he looks around the room until he sees the rest of your group over there. Look at this goblin over here. Killed his kid. That's amazing.
That's
fantastic. Buy a round of drinks for everybody. And Michael looks at you and looks at you real quick, Ritz, and goes, you killed your kin? What?
No, he's drunk.
Is he wrong?
Very much so.
Yes, we must get him over here so we can clear things up.
Can I try and can I pick his pockets?
Roll
Sure,
sleight of
okay. I respect that.
This can only go well.
Nothing could possibly go wrong
17.
here. 19?
17.
17. All right, so you stick your hand in his pocket.
And that's
You
not
stick
a
your
mouse.
hand in his pocket, and you, which pocket are you trying to pick? Front pockets, back pockets, jacket pockets?
Inside jacket pocket, but I'm gonna the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna play it off like if he's wobbly because he's drunk, then I'm gonna play it off like I'm stabilizing him and like slip my hand in his jacket and inside jacket pocket.
Okay, you find a slip of paper that comes out in your hand.
Okay.
It's like folded up.
I slide it into my pocket to check later.
Okay.
John, please sit down. We needed to talk.
Okay. And he
But-
stumbles over to the table with the rest of you guys and sits down and slaps his arm around Bramblespore. Look at you, mushroom boy. You did. You did good.
Do I have anything? Wait, I'm gonna try and talk quietly to Bramblespore. Bramblespore, do you have anything that you can do to knock him out? Any mushrooms?
What?
I do.
I was talking to my friend here. Sorry.
You're talking over him, though.
No, I wasn't on the other side of him.
No. I am talking to her using the telepathic spores.
Fine.
I do. I have these reishi mushrooms.
I don't think anyone would notice if he passes out, or be surprised if he passes out. And then maybe we could talk to the bartender instead.
The Flynn's gonna look at you all because he's still standing there. He's like, so do you guys want the drink that he's offering to buy you, or do you just want to get the hell out of here with the food for your friends? And Big John looks at him and looks at you guys. What the hell friends did you get? Who the hell needs
He's still very
food?
drunk.
Big John, here, have this mushroom.
You got friend? Yeah, oh, that's a mushroom. And he takes the mushroom and he eats it. What's the mushroom do?
Please tell me it's a slow acting mushroom, not just like he simply drops to the floor.
It is slow acting, but it will make him. It will reduce stress, improve sleep, and cause drowsiness.
Did you give him NyQuil or something?
A more natural version of it, basically.
And he's like, okay, thanks. But back to you guys. Who the hell are you trying to feed?
Well, John, that's why we needed to have a conversation.
Yeah, hey, question. Those
Uh-huh.
goblins that we, or taken care of for you. Did they happen to have a ship?
Yeah. They had a ship. All the idiots got off the ship and got them out of town. We don't need goblins out here stealing our service lines. I've repurposed the ship, fixed it up, and I even sold it. The new owner's supposed to be here in a few days. Got the bill of sale right here, and he slaps his chest in his jacket pocket. He's like, I got the bill of sale right here.
let me see.
To the ship.
Nope.
And he reaches into his pocket and is like, Oh, hold on, I must have put it over. Where the fuck did I put the? Oh shit. Oh, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go back to my office. I'll be shit. And he yells out across the bar. He's like, hey, do you guys know what I did with the stupid Rotfang Raider deed? Yeah, I know I made it up in the first place because one didn't exist, but where did I put it? Yeah, I thought I put it in my pocket too. Okay, I'm gonna head back and I'll try and find it. I must have fallen out somewhere. And he runs out of the bar.
While all that's going on, can I discreetly pull out the paper that I...
Now might not be the time.
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, see, out of character, I want to see if it's signed by him, and it just needs somebody else's signature to buy the boat. Okay, I guess I won't pull it out yet.
You sure? Okay, and it's just you guys at the bar now. And Flynn.
Yeah, but Flynn.
So,
are you guys... Should I put the food out back in a wagon for you, or what? What's going on here? Are you having a drink? And how much are you paying for the food?
Well, Michael did mention a rather substantial discount on the food.
I take out 30 gold for her.
Him.
And he goes, all right, I'll take 30 gold. That works for me.
All right, I'll help you go load it into a cart out back.
Beautiful.
The rest of them can enjoy their drinks, and we'll meet up when we're done loading the cart.
Okay. So you and Flynn take off, and now it's just Michael, Ritz, and Lyra. And Michael looks at the two of you and is like, what the hell was that all about?
So I want to pull out the paper now, but I want to do it like under the table. So am I on the other side of the table from Michael?
Yes.
Okay. Can I pull it out like under the table so he can't see what I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay. Is it the deed?
It is.
Is it signed by everybody else except the person who's buying the boat?
It is.
Do I have a pen?
Do you have a pen?
I have thieves' tools. I don't have a feather or pen or whatever it is.
Michael would. Doesn't he write stuff down in the book?
Yeah. hey, Michael, do you have a pen or a feather or whatever I can borrow? Write something real quick.
Yeah, of course.
I just have a note I need to take real quick.
And then I'll fill you in what's going on after you give her the pen.
Okay. And he pulls a pencil out of his pocket.
All right, I take the pencil.
Wait, do you have a pen? It's got to be more permanent.
And he feels around in his coat. Goes, I've got this, but... And it's like a quill, but I don't have any ink on me. I mean... And he looks around the bar.
Lyra, blood.
I take a dagger and I cut my hand open and I sign it in blood.
Whoa,
what
psychopath!
The hell are you doing?
You could have just picked your finger. Jesus.
Fine.
What the fuck? What was that?
We'll explain.
You can keep the quill. You can keep what the shit.
Thank you.
You guys are all.
I sign it. I sign it. All three of our names.
Michael, you.
No,
and
no,
Ritz?
wait, shit. I sign it. Do the goblins have a group name or anything? Or what was the goblin captain's name?
Nope, too late.
No, I didn't do it yet.
You said you were signing our names.
Yeah, you did.
She thought about it, but then stopped herself.
So you signed the three of your names. Are you also trying to add Captain Slog to it?
Yes.
Okay. You don't know her real name. You just heard Captain Slog.
Okay, well then I guess I just sign our names, and we can work something out with her later.
Oh God, the puns.
We can just sell it to her.
Is anybody going to explain to me what the fuck is going on?
Well,
Whoa,
so this is how we're
young man,
helping our
language.
What?
I said language in the presence of a lady. And I point to Bramblespore.
That's not there.
Not here.
To point to Bandit.
Yeah.
And then Bandit looks up and he's like, "Yeah, I'm a lady." and Michael's eyes go wide and he's like, "Oh no, I'm going insane.
Okay, Michael.
I need to go.
No, Michael.
It's
Michael.
been really nice meeting
Michael,
all of you. I'm gonna
wait.
No, it's
No,
it's
Michael,
fine.
and I
You
grab
can-
his wrist
You
before he goes.
Please let me go. Please don't
Michael,
hurt me.
wait, no, we're rectifying a wrong. We're rectifying a wrong.
And he passes out.
Really? And he wants to travel with us, and he's this weak.
Yeah, he's not gonna last very long.
That's why he wanted to travel with
Check
us.
his pockets now.
No, let me.
Yeah, do that. I give you guidance.
Run his pockets.
You stick your hand in his pockets.
Yeah, I pick Michael's pockets while he's sleeping. Should I roll what? Stealth, sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand.
No, you stick your hand in, and then all of a sudden Michael sits up and is like, "What the hell are you doing?" And
I'm
grabs
trying
you
to
by the
find.
wrist.
I'm trying to find what is
Pulse?
it, ammonia or whatever to wake you up.
You guys are cutting each other, and
No, I cut myself. It's fine.
and you're trying to rob me. I thought you were going to be useful and helpful, but you're religious zealots who.
I'm
kill
not
your
trying to
own
rob you.
kind?
I'm
I
not
don't-
even religious, dude.
Can you let me go, please? I just need to.
I need you to
go.
listen for a second. Michael,
What?
stop. Deep breaths.
You're going to kill me, aren't
Slow,
you?
deep breaths. Okay.
Yes.
Look, the town stole the boat from our friends. We're trying to get the boat back. That's it. That's all this is. I didn't have ink, so I needed to sign in something else. Something liquid and something permanent. The only thing I had was blood.
Are these the same friends that needed food?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me this information before? You just brought me in here and left me with no information on the full picture?
We don't know you. We didn't know if we could trust you. I still don't, technically, but I'm hoping that I can.
I might need to rethink my whole travel with you request. But okay, that sounds reasonable, I guess.
Okay, now we just need to get back to our friends. And I
All
think
right.
we should go get Bramblespore and head back with the food.
All right. I guess follow me. We'll go out the back door.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And he gets up and leads you both out the back door, where you see Bramblespore and Flynn loading the last baskets of food onto a wagon that does not have a horse on it, attached to it, but it's a wagon.
Is it
That's fine.
Bramblespore? Can you help us? I'm sorry to ask.
What's happening?
I asked Bramblespore if he could help us, and I said I was sorry to ask because I don't want to ask him to do this.
What
Can he
is?
turn into something that can drag the carry the wagon?
Wait, you can turn
I can.
into something. What?
The return of Bramble Goat.
So you turn into a goat?
A giant goat.
What the hell is this? You're a druid?
Is that a problem?
You guys are just getting weirder and weirder. I guess let's go. Let's go to your friends. And you'll notice it's starting to get dark. The sun is now going down.
Yes, you said it takes about 40 minutes to get back to the goblin camp, right? So we have time.
Yep. On this, it'll probably be 25 minutes
Okay.
tops. And that's at just a slow plod. If Bramble Goat decides to push it and go top speed, you could probably be there in 10 minutes.
I start galloping.
You galloping all the way there?
At least part of the way. I'll break into a slow trot if it starts to get a bit much.
Okay. Yeah, you knew exactly what I was going to do to you if you said yes. All right, so you guys
It's
get
almost
there.
like I've played with you before.
Yeah. So it's you get there about 18 minutes later, and you come over the ridge with all of the food, and you top the ridge, and you see a troop of goblins and lizard folk and a couple of hobgoblins, all putting arms together and getting swords out and putting leather armor on. And you see Captain Slog standing at her tent, yelling at everybody to amp them up and get them all fired up.
Well, she had no faith in us getting this done.
Clearly.
Your friends are a group of pirate goblins?
Yeah, did we not mention that?
They raid the pirates. They don't pirate innocents. They pirate pirates.
Gaia, what did I get myself into? I mean, Terra, what did I get myself into?
Can I roll
And he looks
religion
around.
on Gaia?
Do it.
17.
You've never heard of a Gaia. You've heard of Terra, the Earth Mother, but never a Gaia.
I give him a glance. Who is Gaia?
Huh?
Does
What?
that
No,
sound?
I said
Does
Terra.
that sound familiar to me?
If you've never heard the name Gaia, but are you
No,
thinking
Terra.
about the name? Oh, Terra? Yeah, you've heard of Terra. Terra is, as far as you know, Terra is one of the greater gods. The Mycelium Queen, being a lesser god, answers to one of the greater gods, and Terra would be the one that she answers to. And but are you thinking about the name? Oh no, you were thinking about Terra, not Gaia, right? Yes, no.
Are you asking me or Ritz?
You.
Did I hear him say Gaia?
Yes.
I am thinking about both and trying to see if there's any connection or anything.
So the way this happens, you think about Terra. You remember who Terra is. You know that, and then you think about Gaia and try and rack your brain about what the hell Gaia is, and you realize you've never heard it before. But you'll notice your what are you holding in your hand?
Nothing, I'm a goat.
The goat.
Oh, so you'll notice that you guys will all notice. The goat doesn't really notice all so much, but you'll notice that the goat pulling the cart is starting to glow green, and where the goat is stepping, flowers are currently blossoming in its footsteps, and it almost looks like the same green glow that was popping out of the weapon Bramblespore had when you guys were trying to destroy the Lich's crown. But none of you know what he's thinking, so all you guys just all see him glow green. And Bramblespore, you don't know that you're glowing green.
Do I notice the flowers?
I'm pointing it out right away.
What do you say?
You're like, Bramblespore, you got some stuff going on there, bud.
Can goats even see green?
A magical giant goat can.
Okay.
Hey Google, can goats see in color?
Yes, goats can see green, but they have limited color vision compared to humans.
Interesting. Okay.
They are sensitive to blue and green, but not red. And they can't distinguish red from green.
Wait, I'm sorry, what was that?
Now they're attuned to yellowish, green, bluish, purple hues, so he would be able to see green.
Yes, that's what I said. I said, yes, goats can see green.
Well, it's
But you
different
said I
'cause I'm
wouldn't be
saying
able
it.
to, but you wouldn't be able to tell red from green?
Yes. Like, you're basically red-green colorblind. Red looks green to you
You look green.
when you're a goat.
So would goat me start freaking out thinking I was like covered in blood or something?
No, because when you see red, it looks green.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like the green looks red. Only
Okay.
the one way.
Alright, just wanted to make sure.
But again, you're not looking at yourself as of yet. You're just a giant goat. Except for that Ritz just yelled out that something's going on.
Ritz, you hear in the back of your head, what? What's going on?
You're glowing green and you've got a trail of flowers? Can you always do that?
I mean, sometimes when I do magic, weird stuff happens like this, but not usually just from me being in wild shape.
Yeah, no, well, this is definitely weird.
Do you think I'll fit in more with the goblins like this?
No, not at all.
On that note, you guys have arrived into the goblin encampment, and all the goblins are making way for you to the center of the encampment by your giant Ritz statue.
Behold, my people! I have brought you food
And flowers.
and flowers. Watch as I bring flowers.
Ritz, maybe
I'm waving around like, hello, yes, I did it. Thank you.
while he's peacocking, I will
I
will
got a fly.
I will tell Ritz, hey, I think that at some point we need to have a sit-down conversation with the captain. If you could arrange that.
Of course. I can definitely do that.
So Captain Slog starts walking over and clearing the groups and comes up to the cart. He's like, you did it. That's amazing.
I did. And I have some news to report. Is there a place we can go speak in private? You and my team.
All of you at once?
Yeah.
Follow me to my tent. And then she gestures towards the cart. Fill up. We will fill your bellies. And then we'll sack the town.
Wait,
What?
Fill your bellies. We'll sack the town later. Make sure you leave some of the good food for me. I'll be right back. I need to speak business. Follow me, you all. And he leads you all to the tent. Everybody go to the tent?
yep.
Okay. Everybody goes. Does Bramble Goat go?
Yes, but I'm still in goat form.
I assumed. You never told me you weren't in goat form, so I'm assuming you're still Bramble Goat. And Michael follows, and you all go into the tent, and she stops once you're all in, and it's like, okay, what did you need to speak to me about, Ritz, that you needed them all here to say?
First of all, I thought we weren't going to attack the town if I got food.
Well, to be fair, I didn't think you were going to get food, so I had always assumed we were just always going to sack the town. The problem is, in order to sack the town, we have to get ourselves battle ready, and that usually takes a few hours of war cries and skirmishes. We've already lost like 4 goblins in the rile up here, so I feel like they'd they'd mutiny if I told them that they couldn't go sack the town at this point.
Well, you're going to have to work on this because we are not sacking the town at this point.
What do you mean?
And I would look over to Lyra. Shall we show her?
We have good news and bad news.
Well, the good news is that you brought food, and the bad news is that you're telling me I can't sack the town that I plan to sack?
There's other good news and bad news.
You realize what they've taken from me.
Yes, and we got that back.
I did not see a boat on your wagon.
Well, obviously, I can't bring a boat here. Okay, listen. The good news is we got the boat back. The bad news is I didn't know your name, so the three of us own the boat, technically.
You stole my boat from me?
No, we
It's-
didn't. No, we're not. We're telling you this because... Ritz, please help.
We acquired the boat so we can sell it back to you. What very, very, very little, like zero cost. It was the best way to get the boat from the town back to you.
You know they'll
But-
never honor a deed with a goblin on it. The only way it would work is if we had a benefactor that owned the ship.
That's
The
what.
next time we pull into port, they'll confiscate the ship again and throw us out. It's a moot point.
In the back of her head, she hears, "That's why my name and Lyra's name are on the deed."
Who the fuck is that? What the hell was that? Did you all just hear that?
It was probably Bramblespore goat boar.
Bramble boar goat boar? What's a bramble goat boar goat? boar?
Our
Man bear pig.
our mushroomy friend is now the goat. In case that didn't come across.
That goat?
Yes, that goat.
That's not just extra food?
No.
Oh,
I raise my front hoof and wave.
well, that's unsettling.
Okay, so we can be we could be the benefactor then if we need somebody else's name on the boat. We technically own the boat now.
And you would just let us have the boat and use it?
You said you're pirates, right? Like you pirate other pirates, not innocent people.
We tried to be merchants first, but nobody would deal with us, so that was the only other way we could make good is we stole from pirates.
Okay, and if we do this, you can please don't sack the town tonight. Like, can you just get on the boat and go? But it has to be tonight because the other buyer's coming tomorrow, and I kind of stole the paperwork, and it's legal everywhere else. I mean, it's legal, but it's touchy in the town. So you should probably get on the boat and go.
We used some goblin math to get the boat.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. The boat was stolen from us, and you stole it from them, but you somehow legally own it even though you stole it.
Yep.
And you're willing to let us have the boat, and you want nothing in return other than to not sack the town? We don't have to, take you anywhere? We just leave you here and we take the boat?
Well,
I
we
mean,
do need a
transportation
ride.
would be nice.
If we could get a ride, it'd be appreciated.
We can also help protect you as well.
Yeah. And and if we're on the boat with you, it legitimizes our purchase of the boat, and that we're the benefactors, at least while we're there.
So
Wait,
I
I
rolled
can
a
do persuasion
21
too.
with persuasion
Oh shit.
to mention that it will help legitimize the deed when they make port in another town, and also I can provide mushrooms to help with the food supply.
Okay, so this raises one follow-up question before I agree to tell all of these bloodthirsty goblins to stand down. You would be, the whole time, you would still be the owners of the ship. Are you saying that we would be in your employ? Would I still be captain, or would you override me, or would this be
You
a
would-
partnership? How would this
This
work?
would be a partnership where we have trust that you will do the right thing for everyone's best interest, keeping everybody safe, earning money to keep everybody afloat, and we may occasionally need some funds or transportation. Not a lot, right, guys?
Right. And you
Right.
would still be captain of
Yes.
the boat.
In fact, instead of calling yourselves pirates, think of yourselves as privateers.
And especially in that first port, if we go with you and legitimize the purchase or the paperwork and the fact that we're your benefactors, word might spread, and maybe you can actually get some peace.
I see only one flaw in your plan.
Yes.
Everything sounds good for us getting on the boat, leaving, and working with you all to give ourselves a real name. We'll probably have to change the name of the ship. Maybe hire some human crew for when you're not there. But the biggest problem is going to be getting us on the ship.
Right.
Because I feel like every time we come close to the town, the first time we did, we wanted to talk to them again. And they tried to fight us and throw us out. So that's why we're at the point of sacking the town. Because they won't talk to us. And if we just march towards the town to take our boat back, they will fight. And we'll have to sack the town anyway. So how am I supposed to get on the boat, like you say, and not sack the town?
Out of character, is there like a back way that we know of in?
No, the entrance to the town is on the land side, and you'd have to go through the town to get to the port.
So,
Oh, wait, I have a thought.
same.
Go, you go first.
So they do. So they're planning on this huge celebration because they think all the goblins are dead, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe. I don't know. They didn't get that far.
Well,
He got
the one
distracted
dude,
by the-
the one dude thinks that we killed all the goblins.
True.
The one that's really, really drunk and wants to buy drinks for everyone.
If he remembers, yes.
Don't forget, you also gave him a mushroom to make him pass out. So he made it very far.
I was gonna say because I could slip more of those mushrooms into the barrels of alcohol that are being served and have everyone pass out, and then when everyone is passed out, we all get on the boat and bye-bye. Anyways, other suggestions.
I forgot that they thought all the goblins were dead.
Michael's gonna look at you, Lyra, and go, "You said you had an idea?"
Yeah, I don't know that it's a good one, but the thought was to pretend, obviously not be real, but pretend that we captured all the goblins and are taking them through town for some reason, and then we get to the, I don't know. It was a half thought out plan.
Stephen or Michael's gonna raise his hand.
Yes, Michael.
Can I suggest that I'm gonna go and you all have a good day?
Where are you
Here's
going,
in the
Michael?
back of his head. No.
Just I would like to not be a part of this. I don't know if I can trust you to keep me safe. This sounds a little sketchy. I feel like our interests don't totally align, and I respect you and I appreciate your help with my wagon, and yes, I just feel like what I'm studying and what you believe may not coexist, Mr. Goat.
First,
Hey,
tell me
Michael,
more
you're heading
about
back to
Gaia.
town. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Excuse me, what?
In the back of his head. First, tell me more about this Gaia.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you glowing all of a sudden?
I would like to roll intimidation.
Do it.
4.
So you bleed at him?
Yes. Well, surrounded by flowers.
And he's gonna be like, "Is this supposed to convince me? Are you trying to persuade me nicely?"
Yes.
But yes, no, I don't. It's nothing. Guy is nothing. Nothing for you to worry about if you worship the Mycelium Queen. The fact that you're glowing is also weird, but I assume you're a druid, so you probably do this all the time.
He doesn't.
I'm trying. In the back of his head, he hears, I am trying to discover the secrets of the Mycelium Queen.
Listen, I'm gonna need all of you to get real cool about a lot of things real quickly.
I mean, we've expected that of you, so I guess we can possibly do that in return.
So in short, without going into greater detail, I believe that the current gods of Arinthia aren't the original gods of Arinthia, and that the current gods overthrew the old gods, and that that struggle is what led to the blighted zones. They're like scars, protective scars over the world to fight against the influence of the new gods. And I believe Gaia is the old Earth Mother, and there's a few others, nowhere near as many gods as there are now. And I've been trying to look into it and see what happened, and possibly see if I can find why there are new gods and whether the old gods are better than the new gods, etc., etc., etc. I realized for one that worships the Mycelium Queen, that's probably blasphemous. So please don't smite me.
Actually, that kind of lines up with my research.
Really? You've been researching this same line of thought and information?
Well, I've been researching the Mycelium Queen and trying to learn, like, the truth.
All I have is I've got histories that I found, the mention of a powerful being, some lost shrines, and prophecies that I found. That's what I've been working on now, and then piecing things together with old texts that I can find that are buried deep in tombs. But if you're truly not angry about this, I guess I could travel with you a little bit longer, and we can trade notes.
Sounds good to me.
Well, then I may have an idea regarding getting the goblins into town.
You should
Let's
probably
hear it.
share it with those that can hear you.
Well, were you all talking? Was that all in his
No,
head? I thought
no, I was
his
talking
half
out
was out
loud,
loud.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Was
was
it?
saying it out loud. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that you can hear me from my head. I can hear you, but I don't know that you can hear me. So,
Oh boy, is stuff gonna get really weird for him when he starts thinking of things.
and he goes, I think we could use the cart.
How so?
A nice cover. If all the goblins are willing to be uncomfortable for a little bit, we get to the edge of town under the cover of night, lay them all down tightly, cover them, and ride the wagon into the port.
Did you say there was like out of character? Did you say there was like 70 or 80 goblins?
It did, yes.
How
How
big is
many
this cart?
goblins do you think are gonna fit in this, and how strong of a goat do you think I am?
Well, maybe not all of them, but like a good key few, however many we can fit, get them on the boat and take the boat to a different port or out to like a beach that they can send a smaller boat out to the beach to pick up the rest of the goblins that they'll all coordinate and meet at. You know what I mean? Just need enough to be able to man the boat and sail it out to sea. You don't need enough. You don't need everybody.
Okay. That's more reasonable. I was very confused at first.
Out of character.
Yes.
About how heavy is a goblin?
It weighs as much as a goblin.
We're small creatures, so I can't imagine that much.
Let's see. A goblin weighs between 40 and 45 pounds, so about as much as my dog.
Alright, so there's how many goblins left alive? Because you said a
there's-
few of them died while getting all riled up for the raid.
Well, how many would be going, I guess would be the question, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
How many are left alive? Are you asking?
Are you trying
Captain
to kill the
Sog?
rest of them?
No, I'm trying to do goblin math.
Are you asking Captain Slog how many are left?
Yes.
I think at this point we've probably got about 70. If I'm being honest, not all of them are going to probably be okay at this point with giving up the fight and going back to what we were doing, as some goblins are. Probably at least 30 to 40 of us that I can count for sure will want to go. The rest of us would probably have to split up from or fight, depending on what happens. Or just leave and let whatever happens. Let them attack the town if they want.
No, we don't want to
So
attack
what-
the town.
So what I'm hearing is less goblins that I have to try to pull in the cart, and more that can cause a distraction while we make it onto the ship and leave.
Oh, that was my thought too.
I mean, maybe. I just this is estimating based on what I know about all of them out there. I can't be sure who or what, other than some of my key commanders.
Does the math work, Bramblespore?
Is the mathing?
Yeah.
Um,
While you're doing that, I think that we should stop the other
Yeah.
goblins from raiding the town. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so I think we should stop the extra goblins from raiding the town, and maybe I can sneak around and cause a distraction, and then sneak back to the boat, or meet you guys somewhere. Because I think a distraction is a good idea, but I don't want them raiding the town necessarily.
I mean, even if you stop them now, if we leave, they're going to do it later. Anyone that stays behind. That's up to you, I guess. I can go out and see who wants to stay and who wants to raid, and we can send them down after us once we get through, like halfway through the town.
All right, that's fine.
But again, that's up to you all. I can't force you all. And Ritz is the great Ritz.
Yes,
I
Ritz.
puff my chest out
we
a little
defer
bit.
to you.
What would you do with your strategic genius?
Well, the first thing is we have to find a way to make sure the goblins are going to be okay once we leave from here. We can't have them raiding or doing anything crazy like that.
Well, I feel like once they choose to stay, that would be them choosing to not be one of us and be normal goblins. And, if they decide not to go with us, I don't care about them. They're no longer part of my tribe if they stay. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I wouldn't feel right if they killed everybody in the town or vice versa.
Well, what do you propose we do then?
We're going to get you on a ship nice and safe, and we're just going to hopefully barter a deal where whatever goblins are left will keep the village safe from outside attacks, and they will just have a common agreement to trade for goods from time to time.
I hate to say this, Ritz, but I think that's might be a pipe dream.
You think so?
We're stealing the boat from them. I don't think that's going to go over well. I mean, legally we're stealing the boat, but we're stealing the boat.
Well, I guess I tried then. I guess whoever's left behind is on the road, and we'll just continue on and check this side mission off.
You're the one who leads. If you step out there and try and tell them to wait and broker a deal, they might listen to you. I can't speak for the town, but that is, as far as the goblins go, your word is almost law. You can tell them to do what you want them to do. I'll let you lead.
Hey, I guess we could try. Sorry, Ritz. I'm not trying to step up. Your holiness. I say sarcastically.
We will give it a shot, and worst comes worst, we'll let the two fight, and they can figure it out themselves. I am a great cleric.
So she gestures towards the doorway to the tent and is like, all right, why don't you go out there and tell them what the plan is and see who wants to stay and who wants to go.
All right, wait. I messed up her hair.
With them here?
Okay, I messed up everybody else's hair, too.
I straightened my hair again.
And then we go out.
All right, you guys all step out, and all the goblins are out there like hooting and hollering, and then they all look to the left or right and see like the doorway, and then they all tilt their heads and then look at each other and then look back at the doorway. Wow.
I give him a wink.
Wait, is the donkey's hair messed up too?
Yep.
You mean the goat?
The goat, sorry. The goats.
Listen, I know I'm an ass.
All right, I didn't mean.
Yeah, the goats all got fucked up hair too.
Okay.
And the goblins are like, they look at like first Ritz and the captain, and then look over at.
There's flowers in everyone's hair too.
And they look at the goat, and then they look real confused, and then they look at Lyra, and then they look at Michael, and it's like, okay, I guess.
And Bandit.
Bandit. How does that even work? I don't understand.
Bandit comes out smoking a cigarette.
He's just leaning with like one arm on the side of Lyra's head, smoking a tiny little cigarette. But they're all paying attention to you guys now. They've all stopped, and Captain.
I put my hands up. Hello, my people.
They all bow.
I kind of soak it in for a little bit too. This is it. This is my calling right here. Listen, we covered your boat, and I wait for an applause.
They all cheer. Ah, hooray! Ritz is king! Ritz is king! Forget Captain Slug! Ritz is king!
Yes.
Lyra
Thank you.
Now, I have a plan, so please, everybody, listen closely. I need you all to trust me on this. Are they listening? Now, the first step of my plan, we already accomplished. We have the ship back. The next step, we shall launch the ship. And under our name, mainly my name, you will be able to sail, create a living for yourselves, earn money, whoever wants to go. Wait for applause.
After we sack the town, right?
No, not yet. I have a better plan. A much, much better plan. Now listen closely.
Okay, we sack the town, and then what?
Instead of sacking the town, we will become invaluable to the town. Do they look confused? Do they know what that means?
We're going to value the town, so we're going to take it and sell the town.
No. We're going to make the town depend on us so much. We'll be irreplaceable, and we'll be like gods and guardians to the town.
Because we sacked them, and now they can't go anywhere without us saying so?
No! Because we offer them our protection, and because we protect them, they will trade food for us.
Yeah, it's like what the orcs do with us. They protect us and they trade food with us, but like in reality, it's because they're bigger and scarier and they make us do what they want.
Exactly. And in this case, we will tell them we'll keep them safe from outside dangers, even though there will be no outside dangers. Come on, have you seen anything?
Yeah, but then we beat them. We beat them in our spare time for our funny laughs. Ha ha ha.
No, we lie to them and say we're protecting them from big scary things.
But we're the big scary things?
Exactly. Instead of hurting them, we just make up stories and say we fought big scary things, and when they thank us for it, they'll give us food.
And now one of the goblins steps out in front of everybody else and is like, but Sir Ritz, what do we do when we want to hurt them?
You find animals and other creatures to hunt them and eat them, so you have more food.
But
you don't hurt the people.
Unless they're bandits or highwaymen.
Yeah, you can hurt bad people trying to rob the other people, because there's always bad people.
So if I make them say they're bandits, I can kill and eat them?
If you see bandits or people attacking townsmen, then you can save the townsmen and just have fun beating up the bandits.
What if we change the name of townsmen to bandits?
No, unless they start with you first, you do not start with them. Do you want to eat?
And you hear like a light murmur, and there's a little bit of, yes, of course we'd like to eat, but it's...
And then I yell, do you trust me?
And about half the crowd goes, yes! And the other half of the crowd's like, maybe.
Who has recovered your boat?
I guess you.
And how long did it take me?
I don't know.
Not a long time. And who has brought you food?
The goat.
With who riding in the cart?
All of you.
And who is part of all of them? And I look at him very angrily.
That new guy.
How close is he to me?
He's very close.
I smack him in the head.
Ah! And he charges at you.
In the back of his head, he hears, "Stop questioning Ritz."
Ah! Freezes. What if we don't want to follow you?
Do you challenge me?
And he turns around and looks at the rest of the goblins and he goes, listen.
Did he take damage?
Yes.
I cast Hold It as soon as he starts to talk. Wisdom save 16.
Fuck. Does a 3 do anything?
No.
Okay.
It doubles the effects of the spell.
How much damage does he take, Luke?
He takes 6 necrotic damage as I yell at him, do not turn your back on me.
And he dies.
And I look to the crowd. I try to be peaceful, but he does not believe in me. He does not believe in your god. Anyone else question me?
And like half the crowd kneels, and then the other half is all looking confusing. And it's not like half and half visibly, like it's interspersed. And one of the goblins steps forward and looks at you and he goes, may I address them?
You may.
And he turns to them and he goes, the Ritz we followed. We said he would come and he would save us. But now, this Ritz wants us to save the humans. I say this isn't Ritz. I say we sack the town anyway. Who's with me? And like a third of the goblins kind of stand up and nod.
I gave Ritz a pointed glare. Not glare, but pointed look like, I fucking told you.
Then there is only one way to settle this, a trial by combat.
And
if you wish to lead the people and you think you can keep them safer than I can, even though I brought you food, a boat that was stolen from you, and I've helped you in the past, you dare question me. Can I roll intimidation to see if I can get him to back down?
Yeah, go ahead.
With guidance.
Okay.
17.
He looks very nervous. And he goes, I don't know. I don't. And another goblin, looks like one of the bigger goblins in the group. Give me one moment.
No, you're not looking up a monster to throw at us.
Can I cast spells while in wild shape?
You can do what your animal can do, I think. That's about it. I think.
What if I use the wild magic?
I don't think you can cast in animal form.
Actually, you can. There are some
Can you really?
limitations.
What was
looks
that?
like starting at 18th level, druids can cast many other druid spells.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing we're level 18.
No, you're not. So no, you can't.
Damn. Even if it's a non-damaging spell?
Yes.
Damn.
Wait, why are you still a goat anyways?
As he wanted to be, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Well, don't you need me
Well,
as a
if you
goat
need
to
to-
pull the cart back?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ritz, you're gonna see a bigger, like bulkier goblin step out.
He's gonna
And
catch
he's-
these hands.
And he's gonna let me finish talking. He's gonna kneel at your feet, and he's gonna say, "Great Ritz, allow me to serve as your first prime, your first mate, and I will crush this non-believer and make everyone else fall in line."
I look at him. I will accept you as the first mate. And I look at the non-believer. But I'd rather not shed any blood. My ultimate goal is to keep everybody safe. And that is why I suggest such a different approach than what you're used to.
He pulls out, surprisingly, a staff that like opens up from his hand. Like he opens his hand and a staff pops out of his hand, and he points it at the other goblin, and it looks like a blast of energy that mages would know as a the hell is that spell? The spell that never misses.
Eldritch Blast?
Oh, magic missile.
Yeah,
Oh,
a magic missile goes flying out of it and hits him right in the chest and sends him flying back up against the Ritz statue. He passes out, like falls down, either dead or passed out. And then this goblin turns, looks at you, sticks a staff into the ground, and then kneels at your feet again. And he puts his head down.
Definitely took a different turn that I definitely wanted this to go, but I guess we're going with it.
Just lean into it.
I'm looking back at everybody else. Now, please, my people, this is supposed to be a time for celebration. You have food, you have a way to continue your lives, and a future ahead of you. Why not grasp the hand I'm handing out to you, and join me on this new path? Persuasion?
Roll it.
17. Do I get guidance as well? It has been a minute, right?
Yeah, sure. You cast guidance.
18.
Okay. They all kind of nod, even the ones that like didn't seem to be for you or were turning, nod begrudgingly, and the one kneeling in front of you goes, "My lord, there's only one problem.
Yes.
When we originally landed on this plot of land, there were only 30 of us. I do not think all of us will fit on the ship, at least not comfortably."
We probably shouldn't steal another boat, should we?
No.
Well, if it's from pirates,
Then that is what we shall do. The first ship shall go out, earn money, maybe steal another ship for some pirates, and if anybody would like to go out in the sea, they can. If not, the rest of you can form a life here.
And he nods, and he turns and glares at the rest of them, and they all kind of nod and bow. And you just hear him say, "Indeed."
Oh my god.
And now we eat and get ready to set sail.
"Indeed."
And I put my hands up waiting for applause.
And everybody's just kind of sitting there confused, and the goblin in front of you that has pledged his loyalty smashes the staff into the ground and glares at everybody, and they all start like nervously applauding.
I grin really big.
Lyra looks at Ritz and goes, again, sarcastically, Oh, holy Ritz. Can you ask what that, your first mate, I guess, his name might be?
Ah, got it there.
So I feel like it's a polite thing to do.
You there, come. Tell me your name. Stand by my side. Or
Yes,
stand by
my
your
lord.
captain's side.
"Yes, my lord."
No, you're not the captain, Ritz.
I know,
Yes,
I pointed to the captain.
Okay.
And he goes over and stands next to Captain Slog.
How does she react?
She's like confused. This is not at all how she expected this to go.
I give her a wink.
Sir, what's your name?
And he just stands there staring ahead of.
Cool.
Is just Lyra that's asking his name?
Oh, no, well, I'm one of those names too.
So you ask him,
Yes.
and he goes, "Yes, my lord. My name is Tilak."
Tilak, it's great to have you aboard.
"Thank you."
Right, inside him.
You
make sure-
realize nobody else, not a single other person, knows what the fuck you were doing. Gee. He's over here dying laughing because he thinks that you know what's going on and you don't. Or because you don't know what's going on. Or what he's referencing.
I hate him so much for this.
Oh my god.
Jim, breathe.
No, stop breathing. It's what you get.
I didn't do this.
It's your story. What do you mean you didn't do this?
You
did
guys
all.
were in control.
Were we?
Yeah.
Were we, Mr. Conductor?
Didn't conduct nothing. Well, except for this part.
It's fine. We're gonna speed run this, get as far as from this place as possible, and be done with it.
All
Beautiful.
aboard.
So
Choo choo.
that is no. There's no choo choo. I didn't choo choo anything. There were multiple decisions made in this session that changed where I was going. So no. But this session is currently going to stop here, and we'll find out what other planets you try. I mean, what other towns you try and take over and dominate.
We're not Githyanki.
Wait, so are we officially taking over that town? Maybe we should have took over the town.
I mean,
I'll say
no,
go for
you
it.
haven't done it. I was making a joke based on the character I just gave you. Aaron, do you know who that character was based off of?
Did he say he loves me?
No, he did not.
Okay.
It's not Jacob Fatu. I love you, Ritz.
Can it be? I think that'd be a lot funnier.
maybe he'll evolve into that. Maybe if you make him a free goblin instead of ruling by fear, maybe he'll love you. But
Oh God, is his name Dobby?
no, his name is Tilak,
Have you?
and he was the first prime. I mean, not first prime, but first mate for Rich.
Jesus,
I don't know that either of them has seen that show, hon.
Aaron, do you know?
sounds familiar.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. And when you figure it out or find out, you'll find out. It is absolutely.
Oh, I
relevant
hate
to
you.
Something. Why do you hate me?
But I gotta figure this out.
I mean, you don't have to. You can just enjoy this. But
What,
also,
what are the clues that I'm looking for?
I'm not giving them again. Nope. But
Heather?
your decisions can change. You can adjust. You can fix. You can tell them, haha, I was just kidding. You don't need to fear me. You're all free. You can do what you want. You could be like, listen, just come with me. We'll get you on the boat. We'll drop you off wherever you want to be dropped off if you don't want to stay with us. But in order to not have you get hunted, we can't leave you at the town. You could come up with anything you want to come up with between now and when you do whatever you're doing.
You think
all
I
of
want
it
to
is
tell
on the
these guys
table.
they are free to destroy the city?
I didn't say that.
Well, once I make them free and let them do what they want, they're going to destroy that city.
Well, unless you can convince them that something else is better for them.
I tried that, and they're being asses about it.
Well, they're goblins. Goblins are uncivilized.
Says who?
Rude.
You act like you're the DM or something.
Listen,
I was pretty excited that you let me steal the deed to the boat. The unsigned deed to the sail of the boat.
I didn't let you. You rolled.
I'm pretty shocked you had to slice your whole hand open just to get a little bit of blood
Listen,
from
I
them.
needed a puddle of blood to dip the quill into to...
Listen, as a diabetic, you do not need that much blood.
You really don't.
That was a lot of blood you just gave out for that.
I'm a rogue. What do you think I was going to
Oh,
do?
Did you have to roll for damage for that?
Well, like
No.
prick your finger, maybe a little finger prick.
Yeah, you didn't need to write a fucking essay with blood. You just needed
You're
to
signing
sign a
a
couple
name.
It's
names.
3 names I had to sign.
Oh, Ritz is such a super long name. So is Lyra.
Nightshade is. I had to sign first and last names.
And Michael isn't a long name either.
Michael's not on there.
Okay, you said it was the three of you. You, Ritz, and Michael.
No.
No.
Bramblespore.
That's
Sport.
not what I said.
I tried. I had to try again.
Nice try.
But yeah, we will figure out how you deal with this town and these rambunctious goblins next time we play. And I feel like as long as there's no like weird worms that go into your head, you'll be fine.
I think the same. Should I be on the lookout for weird worms?
Always.
I don't know. You might already have one in your head by the way you're acting.
This is a Baldur's Gate 3 reference.
It is not.
No.
No, those went in the eyes.
It's still in your brain, though.
If you ask the Tok'ra, they might be able to help you. Heather is so mad at me right now.
I hope you fall down a flight
That
of
sounds so
stairs.
familiar.
Should I just tell them, Heather?
Yes, just put them out of their misery, please.
It's all Stargate. The way he was acting was like
Never
a
seen
Yeah,
Marcus.
that's why.
And I was instead of Teal'c, it's Tilak.
I heard that was a lame show, so I never watched it.
Oh, it's a really good show.
You
You have
heard wrong.
disadvantage for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I know. I know Jim likes the show. That's why I had to say that.
It was horrible of you.
Horrible. That show was horrible.
No, of you to lie about the show.
Oh, okay.
So it's okay.
It's
all
an
right, show.
amazing show. Shut your mouth. Do you want Jacob Fatu or not?
Best show ever.
Yeah. There we go.
I mean, personally, I'd be fine with having Bronson Reed, but you know.
Yeah, he's okay, but I need a Fatu. I need a monster.
Let's say, what's the fun catchphrase that Bronson Reed's going to bring to the table here?
Tsunami.
I just want someone that can do the tsunami.
On a boat, that might be a terrible idea.
Yeah, no, we don't need a tsunami.
You can keep Bronson Reed up in the crow's nest, though. He'll just
Isn't
call out.
Fatu
Tsunami.
also Wolverine?
It wouldn't be a bad idea if it went away if the tsunami went away from the boat into the boats that we're like having to fight against.
Don't give him any ideas about boats attacking us.
You act like that wasn't already an idea he had.
It could have been. It could have not been.
He would have got there if it wasn't.
Listen, I will say, none of you are powerful enough to summon a tsunami at this point. You'd need to be a much more powerful wizard or sorcerer.
I'm definitely powerful enough to do that. I can do that.
No, you cannot.
I'm being worshipped right now. I'm becoming a god.
You have 70 some odd goblins, and like half of them are like, what the fuck is this delusional motherfucker talking about?
Don't
wanna
forget the
go with him."
hobgoblins and everything else.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, there might be a reason why some of them are rebelling, and it might have something to do with you acting like a god.
I'm acting like a leader.
Yeah.
They're the ones who built a statue of me.
Listen, you are acting less like I'm trying to think of a good wrestling analogy here. You're acting less like a Kenny Omega to the Elite and more like a Triple H to Evolution.
I see no problem with that.
Elite, be elite.
You're acting less like Billy Gunn to the Acclaimed and more like Triple H from Evolution. And you should be more like Billy Gunn.
But I want to be more like Triple H. I feel like he's in a better spot right now.
You don't want to be daddy ass?
Not Triple H now, Triple H from Evolution, where he was a tyrant and turned on Randy Orton and then got betrayed by his closest, biggest, strongest buddy.
Lyra?
Yes.
The way you're going,
Lyra
maybe.
is Batista. 20 sessions from now, we're just going to hear Lyra, give me what I want.
Give me what I want.
And that's one day without chaos.
Oh, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell the goblins they make up their own minds, and that will not lead to chaos. Got it.
I'm not saying that. I'm just giving you an insight into why the goblins are resisting a little bit. Is it seems more like telling and less like asking. That's all.
But aren't they used to that because like the hobgoblins and stuff like that?
Yep.
And the
But
orcs.
you were the goblin that showed them that it could be different.
Was I?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the whole reason they built you a statue. You showed them that
It's
their
kind of
way
your
of life
character's
could
whole
be
shtick.
different. Yeah. unless you've turned evil overnight.
I did
I
lose
responded with
something
head.
very important.
It's like my fucking cloak. I'm gonna be so stereotypical evil bad guy until I get that bitch back.
This is my evil arc.
Duty said she was gonna get you a cloak.
Yeah, I don't have it yet.
Patience is a virtue. Takes time.
No, patients are those people like in a hospital when they're not feeling well.
No, they are only in a hospital when their insurance doesn't decline their coverage. But that doesn't happen anymore.
You're not going to go on a political rant, are you?
No,
Yeah.
no,
No, I'm talking about
All right,
my
everybody.
D&D idea
Thanks for
about-
listening. This is Lewis at Crew's Card Collection.
This is Heather. I play as Lyra, and we can shut this down now.